Now, one of the most widely anticipated congressional elections has recently become even more heated. Now, the Cook Political Report updated its rating today for Texas's Senate race, moving it from leans Republican to toss-up amid new polls showing Representative Beto O'Rourke in a tightening race with Senator Ted Cruz. To which I say, here comes Beto. Now, the move follows, of course, a series of polls with Cruz with a very small single-digit lead over his opponent, who has outraised Cruz by millions since the campaign began. Now, I did the poll yesterday. It was a Reuters Ipsos poll, I believe, which showed Beto up by 2 points. There's another poll, survey by left-leaning pollster Public Policy Polling, found Cruz with a 3-point lead. And of course, there are other polls which show, look, there was a Quinnipiac poll the other day that showed Ted Cruz with a 9-point lead. So polls are all over the place. Some are really, really close. Some have Beto ahead. Some have Ted Cruz ahead by just a couple of points. Very, very interesting. Look, this is a very tight race. And it could go either way. I mean, the Cook Political Report is, that's what they look into. They look to see, okay, whether or not these candidates have a chance and what the race is actually shaping up to be. And like we've seen in a lot of races around the country, it's going from a lot of places that go from solidly red to either leans Republican or, in this case, toss-up. Toss-up in Texas, man. Now, the other day, Larry Sabato, director of the University of Virginia Center for Politics, told Reuters that O'Rourke's chances in the Reuters poll are pretty good. There's a possibility it could happen. I'm not saying probable, but it's possible. Nice. Now, moving from, of course, leans Republican, which before it was likely Republican, to lean Republican, now to toss-up. Dude, that shows that Cruz is in real trouble. That's why, of course, Republicans who normally despise Ted Cruz look, that's why they're circling the wagons. You got John Cornyn out there raising money. You've got a lot of prominent Republican groups that are trying to raise money for him. You've got Republican super PACs that are trying to pour a lot of money into this race. And he's even crawled to Wall Street in order to try to raise money, and Rebecca Mercer. Now, the Mercer family, of course, did bankroll his presidential campaign in 2016 before flipping over to Donald Trump. Now, here comes Ted Cruz slinking to the Mercer saying, please, please help me. I am not raising money from regular people. No, you know who's raising money from regular people? Beto O'Rourke. Look, he doesn't take corporate PAC money. Ted Cruz takes a lot of corporate PAC money. In fact, those are the only people who actually support him. And so, look, as much as Republicans don't like Ted Cruz, and even Republican voters, he has been a very consistent vote for things like tax cuts and deregulation, etc. So they're like, we've got to protect this seat. We've got to protect this seat at any cost. So expect to see millions and millions and millions of more dollars pour into this race on the side of Ted Cruz. But Beto, he's shown that he can also raise money, and he can do it from small donors. And so that's why this is actually a pretty good toss-up. There is a chance that Ted Cruz could be replaced, and could you imagine if that happened? Could you imagine we were able to knock off Ted Cruz, to send him back home, man? That would be amazing. Amazing. But can't do it by himself. So if you want to get rid of Ted Cruz, help Beto O'Rourke, donate, volunteer. That's the only way we're going to be able to win against that flood of money, which is coming to Texas. Hey, Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.